Welcome to Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First, episode 142. This Friday, the second day of February 2018. My names are Dr. Jerry the First Oguze. And today, in continuation of our discussion on the habits to drop like a piece of hot charcoal, if you have to choose yourself first this 2018, we are discussing low self-esteem and how to overcome it. What is self-esteem? Self-esteem is the opinion we have of ourselves. When we have healthy self-esteem, we tend to feel positive about ourselves and about life in general. It makes us able to deal with life's up and down better. When our self-esteem is low, we tend to see ourselves and our life in a more negative and critical light. We also feel less able to take on the challenges life throws at us. We all have times when we lack confidence and don't feel good about ourselves. But when low self-esteem becomes a long-term problem, it can have a harmful effect on our mental health and our lives. People with low self-esteem are more troubled by failure and tend to exaggerate events as being negative. For example, they often interpret non-critical comments as critical. They are more likely to experience social anxiety and low levels of interpersonal confidence. This in turn makes social interaction with others difficult, as they feel awkward, shy, conspicuous, and unable to adequately express themselves when interacting with others. Furthermore, low self-esteem individuals tend to be pessimistic towards people and groups within the society. Research has also shown that low self-esteem has been linked with an increased risk of teenage pregnancy. Characteristics of genuinely low self-esteem: social withdrawal, anxiety and emotional turmoil, lack of social skills and self-confidence, depression and/or bouts of sadness, less social conformity, eating disorders, inability to accept compliments, and inability to see yourself squarely, to be fair to yourself, accentuating the negative, exaggerated concern over what you imagine other people think, self-neglect, treating yourself badly but not other people, worrying whether you have treated others badly, reluctance to take on challenges, reluctance to put yourself first or anywhere, reluctance to trust your own opinion, expecting little out of life for yourself. In summary, therefore, these are the most common characteristics that best describe people with low self-esteem: withdrawn, shy, quiet, insecure, underachieving, negative attitude, unhappy, socially inept, angry/hostile, unmotivated, depressed, dependent or follower, poor self-image, non-risk taker, lacks self-confidence, poor communication, acts out. What causes low self-esteem? Low self-esteem often begins in childhood. Teachers, friends, siblings, parents, and even the media send us messages about ourselves, both positive and negative. For some reason, the message that you are not good enough is the one that stays with you. Perhaps you find it difficult to live up to other people's expectations of you or to your own expectations. Stress and difficult life events such as serious illness or a bereavement can have a negative effect on self-esteem. Personality can also play a part. Some people are just more prone to negative thinking, while others set impossibly high standards for themselves. How does low self-esteem affect us? If you have low self-esteem or confidence, you may hide yourself away from social situations, stop trying new things, and avoid things you find challenging. In the short term, avoiding challenging and difficult situations makes you feel a lot safer. This is the word from Professor Chris Williams, a professor of psychosocial psychiatry at the University of Glasgow. But in the longer term, this can backfire because it reinforces your underlying doubts and fears. It teaches you the unhelpful rule that the only way to cope is by avoiding things. Living with low self-esteem can harm your mental health, leading to problems like depression and anxiety. You may also develop unhealthy habits such as smoking and drinking too much as a way of coping. How to have healthy self-esteem. To boost your self-esteem, you need to identify the negative beliefs you have about yourself and then challenge them. You may tell yourself you are too stupid to apply for a new job, for example, or that nobody cares about you. Start to note these negative thoughts and write them down on a piece of paper or in a diary. Ask yourself when you first started to think these thoughts. Next, start to write down evidence that challenges these negative beliefs. I am really good at cryptic crosswords, or my sister calls for a chat every week. Write down other positive things about yourself, such as I am thoughtful, or I am a great cook, or I am someone that others trust. Also write down good things that other people say about you. Aim to have at least 5 things on your list and add to it regularly. Then put your list somewhere you can see it. That way, you can keep reminding yourself that you're okay. You might have low confidence now because of what happened when you were growing up, says Professor Williams. But we can grow and develop new ways of seeing ourselves at any age. Other ways to improve low self-esteem include recognize what you are good at. We are all good at something, whether it's cooking, singing, doing puzzles, or just being a friend. We also tend to enjoy doing the things we are good at, which can help to boost our good mood. Build positive relationships. If you find certain people tend to bring you down, try to spend less time with them, or tell them how you feel about their words or actions. Seek out relationships with people who are positive and who appreciate you. Be kind to yourself. Professor Williams advises, be compassionate to yourself. That means being gentle to yourself at times when you feel like being self-critical. Think what you say to a friend in a similar situation. You know, we often give far better advice to others than we do to ourselves. Learn to be assertive. Being assertive is about respecting other people's opinions and needs and expecting the same from them. One trick is to look at other people who act assertively and copy what they do. It's not about pretending you are someone you are not. It's picking up hints and tips from people you admire and letting the real you come out. Start saying no. People with low self-esteem often feel they have to say yes to other people, even when they don't really want to. The risk is that you become overburdened, resentful, angry, and depressed. For the most part, saying no doesn't upset relationships. It can be helpful to keep saying no in different ways until they get the message. Give yourself a challenge. We all feel nervous or afraid to do things at times, especially new things. But people with healthy self-esteem don't let those feelings stop them from trying new things or taking on challenges. Set yourself a goal, such as joining an exercise class or going to a social location. Achieving your goals will help to increase your self-esteem. And so in this 2018, if you have chosen yourself first, then you must do away with low self-esteem and encourage yourself to achieve a high self-esteem. Until I come your way again, this is Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First. This program is powered by Top It Up Media and Communication Nigeria. All rights reserved. Thank you for listening to this broadcast this morning. If it has resonated with you, Kindly subscribe to our channel and also give us a thumbs up to like this podcast. You can also share this with your friends so that they can also be enlightened. If you want to read the text, the full text, kindly go to our blog and read it. We'll also welcome your comments, your suggestions, and your opinions on how we can make it better. We're also on Facebook. You can like us on Facebook. Please find the links to our blog and our Facebook page in the description box below.